What's up guys, Blondy here. Despite the ongoing tension and crisis in the world right now, I hope you're going well. It's sometimes hard to focus on my work as I've been kind of distracted by life and personal issues, but here I am shifting back to my biggest commitment, my cartoon project Stella. So I think this is the first time where I'm actually making a video explaining what I'm actually working on and where I'm at. I have simply been posting all kind of short animation tests and small clips on this YouTube channel. Well, let's say this deserted YouTube channel, as there's not much going on right now, but I hope it's going to change. Basically, this video is to showcase the characters as well as the talent voicing them. So last year we managed to cast a really nice team of talented artists and wanted to present their work to you guys. Right now we're working on the pilot teaser, but before that I needed to see if the performance of the voice cast was actually on par with the characters. So usually you need to do pencil tests to see if the voice fits. So in fall 2021, I went on Casting Call Club to seek voiceover artists. There's a lot of unpaid fan and indie projects on there, filled with like blurry project descriptions and empty promises. But in my case, I had a couple of pencil tests, a colorful teasing clip, as well as a full set of documents detailing the show and the characters. So I quickly received a lot of applicants. It became quite overwhelming, and since we're only a team of 2 to select the participants, we had to put a cap of 25 maximum top applicants per character. So nearly 100 of people to review within 3 weeks. Some of the projects wait until they have well over 1,000 of applicants to start the selection process. But really, who has time for that? We just did not have the time and the budget for that type of grand scale edition. After that, I organized a series of character-specific line and dialogues to grab the best people in our top 5 picks, and ultimately we managed to find our voices, or at least the one we're willing to review with the pencil test. So here's Vitis, a couple of early silent tests of him. At the time, no one had been casted yet, but a girl a couple of years ago had helped me with a voice test for the character. Unfortunately, she left voice acting shortly after this, but I really enjoyed working on this. This was the first ever voice test of Vitis, done around 2014.
Wait, you mean I can control time? That's uber awesome! No more having to wake up to school early!
I really love her performance, and since then, her tone and energy kind of stuck with the character. At the time, my drawing skills weren't all that great, so yeah, as you can see there, it's kind of ish. Then around spring 2021, I did another test using another voice line she had provided to me back in that year as well, in 2014.
Oh, good to see you take care of your health. 7,000 though? Is it pricey because we can attend some sessions ourselves? You know, I'd like me some of that massage therapy, you know?
Our current voice actress picked for Vitis, casted during the Casting Call edition last year, has really charmed us and gives the guy a lot of energy. This is an out-of-context pencil test, which was initially supposed to be a shot from the pilot. One of the things that kept happening with those tests is that they were initially supposed to be only pencil tests, so basically rough, animated sketches in black and white. But I always kept going further and further into rendering the whole thing with line art and colors and backgrounds and stuff, because I really wanted to see if the character held up in a final render.
I'm the clown. I'm the clown. Look who's talking, that sinister jester. Your Honor, if you'd seen how that girl dresses at work, you'd think you'd stepped into a macabre circus.
Here's Wapeka. She's probably one of the most fun characters to animate due to her vibrant personality. I simply love her design. As I mentioned in the previous video, she was conceptualized by a friend I used to art with back in the days on Divine Art, like way back in 2009. I liked her look and kept her sense for my show. She's now voiced by Starlight, and I really hope to collaborate with her more in the future because she has been one of her favorite artists from the bunch. And if this thing ever gets successful, I really want to see more of what she can deliver for the character.
Looking to get fired again, are you? Reach the cabinet, grab the first aid kit, patch your butt back up, then hurry it back to work!
Next in line is Libel again. I don't want to describe the characters too much. I want the design and the voice performance talk for themselves. Libel is one of the guys that kind of received the last scare, not going to lie, has his kind in the background, and also a bit hard to animate, especially the hair. The pencil test in animation tend to be a trouble for us because the dreadlocks, which require a lot of care in terms of secondary animation and overlap, are really time consuming at times.
Sure. it'd be a better situation than if they both end up ruined after all that fighting.
Nonetheless, he's an integral part of the show, and I'm trying to give him as much care as possible. The voice actor, though, was the perfect fit for him as well, so I'm really happy with what he came to be. Lapin. Okay, so no animation or pencil test had been done with this guy before this clip. Only a couple of designs and character sheets, and yet I'm really happy with what Star UBCS, the voice actor, gave us. The voice actor really is incredible. I mean, just listen to him.
I thought it was your policy to never meddle in political affairs.
Sometimes you don't really know what you want until you see it given to you, and this is one of those cases. Obviously, the personality of a character was well developed before, hearing this, but when I heard this guy's performance, it really made me jump out of my chair and be like, okay, this is the character, that's Lapin. And finally, Betty. Like, come on, do I really need to say anything? I love what the voice actress did for her, and it seems to me that she's having a lot of fun with the character. I probably think she's laughing her ass off, doing those sounds, and me and my partners are really enjoying animating, listening to her grunts. Betty is part of the simplest and most fun characters to move around, so it's all great. Basically, I just wanted to inform you guys about how you can go and find your voice actors for your indie cartoon project. First, be sure to have a very self-explanatory design that really speaks for themselves, something that attracts the eye and sends some initial interest to potential artists. Second, make sure your character has a well-defined personality that is not too flenderized, not too exaggerated, as to give some nuance and complexity that your voice actors can work with. Now, depending on your budget, there are various platforms and sites to hire voice artists. There's voiceover artists showcasing their talent on all kind of Reddits, all kind of subs. There's Fiverr. There's more professional sites like Upwork, Voices.com that employs various freelance industry experienced artists. And then there's Casting Call Club, which in my opinion for any project has a really great deal of traffic and interest with people of varying skills. To get the best result, I would really encourage you guys to put an approximate rate or payment per character, or at least per shot. Some of them will charge you by line or per script, the voice actors. But honestly, the simple fact that you're willing to pay them for a short project is a huge incentive for a lot of them, especially those who are just starting out in the field. And really, just don't try to rip people off. Once you have created your project, have written a brief and self-explanatory description of your character and what you're looking for, I'd really suggest you guys to put some type of cap of a maximum applicant per character as to not get too overwhelmed by too many applicants. Once you've made your first pick, if the people who have submitted first are not what you're looking for, then maybe you should reopen the characters for more submissions. Personally, after I had picked my top 5, I went ahead and started to send them more lines to challenge them and see if they could fit the characters in various situations. I think in animation, this is a really fun process. During this phase, make sure to send them as many visual information as possible. So get your character sheets and lines, your pencil test, as well as your pitch and all your Bibles. Once you have selected your team, you really need to make at least one person test per character to get this visual final confirmation that this is the voice that fits your character. Don't be like me, okay? You don't need to color and line out the whole thing. It can be a very rough pencil test with no background just to see if the voice fits. Anyway, I'm really happy with the current cast and hope that you're going to stick by for the rest of this thing if it ever manages to take off. Right now, it's more like a wait and see. I really need to upload more videos. In the meantime, guys, stay safe. It's starting to get warm here and I really need to go out more.